Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so glad that you're here. My name is Judy Wavinya for those who are new here, which I really appreciate. Over the past week we have grown. We are 30 more. I remember the last video I said that we were 45. Right now we are at 75, and I really appreciate all of you. Please feel the love, online hugs. Yeah, karibuni sana to this channel. Please, if you've not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. It will really help my channel. And yeah, let's get to the video. Today I just want to talk about something that is really close to my heart, something that I do on a daily basis, and that is parenting, parenthood, motherhood, and yeah, that kind of a thing. So I want to talk about facts. Excuse me. I want to talk about facts or truth about parenting, and so I hope you enjoyed this video. Yes, so I'll talk about nine facts, nine truths about parenting. So I hope you relate to this video. If you're a parent, if you're not a parent yet, yeah, you will learn one or two things about parenting, and you will know why sometimes parents do what they do. Okay, so karibuni sana. Yeah, so number one thing about parenting that I want to talk about is that parenting changes our lives 100%. Like, if I compare my life before and after, there is a whole turnaround of events, like of my life. My priorities changed and everything changed. And as a mother, I just want to put it out there for people who think that our lives only change when we have the baby in our hands. That is totally wrong. Our lives as a mom begin changing immediately I discover I am pregnant, or even a few days before I know what exactly is happening to my body, because my body is already changing and adjusting to the new, like, to the new person inside it. So even before I know, my body will always tell me that something is happening. For example, I remember before I knew I was pregnant. For those who don't know, I am a mom of two boys. My firstborn is two years 9 months, and my secondborn is 9 months now. There's a difference of 2 years, and I love them so much. Yeah, so that's why I am talking about parenting and motherhood today. And so, before I knew that I was pregnant, the one that I really remember exactly what was happening is for my secondborn. Not that I don't remember for my firstborn, but for my secondborn, my body really like it, like I could tell something was happening somewhere. So I just felt like I wanted to sleep. I was feeling nauseated. And so I remember that particular day very well, because I used to work online, and so on that particular day I was not able to do anything. Like, I just wanted to be in bed. I was feeling nauseated, I didn't have appetite, I was feeling funny smells. I told my husband to come with the measuring kit, just to confirm that I was pregnant. So, of course, he came with it, and then we measured, and it didn't even take 30 seconds. Like, the lines were already there. Like, I could see. It was clear I was pregnant, and yeah, the journey began. So, you can tell that you just, like, my body is already now starting to adjust. So, the change for me started on that particular time. And by that time I was already 6 months pregnant, and so the journey now starts from there. You start adjusting, like you start eating other things. Like, I used to crave omena back then. If you don't know omena, I don't know what to tell you. But my English friends, please comment down below about on the name of omena in English, because I don't know. So I used to crave omena so much for my second pregnancy. For my first pregnancy, I used to crave, I loved pineapples, and what else? I hated the smell of onions and peppers. For my two pregnancies, I hated the smell of peppers and onions. Whether it's cooked or raw, I didn't like it. I also loved githeri. Normally personally, I'm not a lover of githeri, but I love githeri when I'm pregnant. So my, like, the body of a mom already starts adjusting back then. Also, you need to adjust your dressing code. Like, you're already changing your, the way you love to dress. If you love jeans and tops like myself, now you cannot wear jeans anymore because you have to accommodate your big belly at that time. So I would like to know, by the way, how does the life of a dad change when your partner is pregnant, like the father of the baby? Is there any way that your life changes? Like, is there any adjustments you need to make while, anyway? So, dads, please tell us on the comment section, how does your life change when your partner is pregnant? Because I would really, really, really love to know. Because as we make all the changes, like, from your body to your budgets to your everything, well, yeah, by the way, that's also adjust on budget because now you have to prepare for the baby. But that does not start from 6 weeks. Ama, you guys start saving from when the baby is 6 weeks old and buying baby stuff. I don't know. Yeah, but for me, my life started changing back then. Also, now when the baby is here, you have also to adjust on your meals and all that thing. Like, if there's a particular meal or food that gives you more milk, so that's what you have to eat more of, so that you can get enough milk for your baby. So that is some of the ways that our bodies change and our lifestyles change when we have a small baby. And now also, now extending to our partner and the family at large, you have to adjust your budgets, you have to adjust your, like, everything, even your time. You have to, like, your sleeping pattern now has to be changed so that you accommodate the baby, because the baby will not wake up crying and then you are like, it's 2 p.m, it's 2 a.m, I cannot wake up. When the baby is up, you just have to wake up. So that is another way that, like, our lives change. So even when let's say you have a plan to do something with other people and the baby, like, needs your attention, you just have either to cancel or to reschedule the plans, because, like, this baby is here and now there's nothing you can do about it. So, like, your life changes 100%. So if you have a friend who has a small baby, especially, because for me, I'm only talking up to the level of a toddler, because I only have a toddler and an infant. So I don't know about when they're a bit grown, but as of now, what I know is that if you have a friend who has a small baby and you always feel like they are dragging your plans behind, please understand, it's like, it's not their wish to do that. So they just have to adjust to the program of the baby, okay? My point number two, our conversations completely change. Because when you have a baby, you're all excited. Like, you want to talk about the baby, talk about their milestones, talk about, like, just conversations will mostly be centered around your baby. And so if you feel like your friends are not understanding your excitement, most times you will find that you go towards your friends with small babies like you, so that you can share the moment, like, share the milestones, share, like, how the baby is doing, as the baby started sleeping through the night, and, like, such things. You'll find that parents of small babies are very, very excited about it. So conversations change. So if you are not interested in babies and you have a friend who has a small baby and they're always talking about, it's not like they don't plan to do it, it just happens. I think it just happens. And number three, embarrassments. Like, when you get a baby, you stop being embarrassed about things that you would be embarrassed before. For example, let's say a baby is walking around with mucus that is going inside their mouth. As a parent, if I meet a baby like that, I will want, of course, for the baby to be wiped, but it's not that much of a big deal. You understand? Yeah, so embarrassments, they go to be with the Lord when you get a small baby. Small babies are messy sometimes. Small babies are like, they don't care. They don't know whether are shameful. So if you start taking things to heart, you'll get hurt yourself. Because the baby Hannah is also, as a parent, I normally find that things really don't carry too much weight. At embarrassing things, it's not that serious. If the baby susus on you or poops on themselves, it's not that much of a big deal for me as a parent, and that's something that I wouldn't like entertain while when I didn't have babies back then. Number four, you become a baby interpreter. And this is so interesting. And I think mostly it happens to moms. For example, when your baby is learning how to speak or to talk. So they'll of course babies speak gibberish, but most times you'll find that you understand what the baby is saying. Like for example, I remember when my son was learning how to talk, he used to call water, maji, atibwa. So of course, even you don't understand. But when my son just comes into the house and I knew like straight away, like the baby wants water. So when you have a baby, when you become a parent or a mother, you'll find that you understand what your baby is saying when no one else can. You like the baby will just come and the mother already knows that that baby is hungry or wants like whatever it is that they're asking for. The mother always knows, and that is one thing that I really love about being a mom and about being like a stay-at-home mom. I don't know how I would feel to go out and then come back in the evening and then the baby is and then I don't understand what the baby is saying. And these babies, when they talk to you and they realize that you can't understand, they really get frustrated, by the way. But now, if I wasn't there when they were learning to say boy, I'll have to ask, for example, if it's my nanny, what does the baby want? And the nanny will be like, nataka maji. Me, I don't want that. I do not want that for myself. So I want to be the one telling them, the baby, this is what the baby is saying. So I just want to be the one, and that's just me. So point number 5 is that many times you don't know what you're doing. That is just parenthood. You know why? You've never been a parent before. This is not something that you will go to school and learn on how to raise a baby or babies. You are also a baby, you were raised, but you are not there. Like you did not participate in raising yourself. So you don't know how babies are raised. And so you're just here trying things out. Like you're just, I think it's trial and error most times. So you don't know what you're doing. Let's just be very honest. So it is normal not to know what to do next. It's normal not to know why the baby is crying. So just know that you're not alone. Most of us out here are just trial and error. We don't know exactly what we should do. And if you're out there like dads, dads, you always think that the mother knows what to do. She doesn't. She doesn't. Let me tell you for sure, she doesn't know what to do. And especially if it's a small baby, if it's a toddler maybe, and it's only me who can understand the language, I will understand when you say I know what the baby wants, because most times I'll understand what the baby is saying. But if it's an infant, the baby is just crying, all you know how to do is feed them and change their diaper and wash them, and they're still crying. We don't know what the baby wants. Number 6 is that mistakes are inevitable. Being a parent, you're not perfect. And as I said, most times you don't know what you're doing. And so making a mistake is not like, doesn't make you a bad parent, because human is to error. I think that is the best way to put it. Human is to error. And so when you make a mistake, just as long as the baby is okay, the baby is alive, the baby, like if you make a mistake, please don't beat yourself and think that you're the worst mother or you're the worst father on earth. No, we all make mistakes. We all like learn from our mistakes. So when you make a mistake, just arise, shake off the dust and move, and always let's try to be better, okay? We can only try, otherwise we are not perfect, and we are only trying things. What works is what you go with, okay? When you make a mistake, learn from it. Next time, do better, act better. Yeah. Number 7. Sometimes the baby get hurt, the babies get hurt, or the baby gets hurt, and it's not your fault, okay? Or sometimes actually it's you who hurts the baby, but it's not, like, we normally don't mean to hurt the baby. So in case you hurt your baby, or your baby gets hurt in your presence and you couldn't do anything to, like, prevent it, please just know it's normal, it happens. As long as the baby is not, like the baby is still here, if it's something that you can correct, just take the baby, console them. Like, you can even make one step away from the baby, and the baby falls from the couch, and now what? Like, it was you who was looking after the baby, and then you only stepped out 1 minute and the baby fell. Yeah, so we can only do too much. It's only God who can protect the babies 100%. But if the babies are under our care, sometimes they'll get hurt, and yeah, it feels bad. Sometimes you feel guilty about it, but it just happens. Yeah, okay? So sometimes you may hurt the baby, or the baby may get hurt, and there's nothing you can do about it. So just know, see wewe peke yako, and you are doing a good job as a mother or as a father, okay? Yes. Number 8. Number 8, and I feel like some people will judge me for this, but it's the truth. But sometimes we wish we didn't have the baby. Moment of silence. But it's just the truth. Sometimes you'll, like, life sometimes happens and it's not how you expected it to be, and then you have a small baby or a baby to take care of, and you're not in that position to take care of the baby 100%, and you'll wish the baby was not in your life. So don't, like, it's okay to feel like that. Breathe through it, and just ask the Lord to help you through that season, because the baby is already here, and no matter how many times you wish they were not here, they are already here. And, like, yeah, you just have to live with the baby now. The babies are a blessing, but sometimes you even want some time to yourself. But you have a 2-month-old, you can't move. Sometimes you want some, like, to do something else with this money, but the baby doesn't have, the baby needs to go for checkup, and now you just have to, like, sacrifice your needs and wants, no, your wants, for the baby. So you understand? So in those moments that you feel like, if it were not for this baby, I would do this. If it were not for this baby, I will do this. Breathe through, breathe through. That's the only remedy for that. Yeah, and I think that's all. I hope you've really enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Share this video with your friends, and if you relate with my points, please comment down below and tell me what you think. If there's anything that I have left out and you feel like I should have added, please also, you can share it in the comment section down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.